Hey, my name is Danielle Morin, and I will share my thoughts on the Gospel for the second Sunday of Lent. The reading is from Mark chapter 9, verse 2 to 10. This is about a story that we have heard so many times. This is about the transfiguration of our Lord. If I go to the Bible, Mark chapter 9, verses 2 to 10, the first verse 2 contains three letter words that caught my attention. It says 6 days later. It means something happened 6 days before. So let us go and see what happened. Jesus was taken into the desert, we remember, to be tempted by the devil during 40 days and 40 nights. And after, he started his ministry. He started to cure people, the blind could see, he cast a demon. But then he also had a conversation with his disciples. He told them, the Son of Man will suffer a great deal, and the Son of Man will die, and 3 days later he will rise. It did not go very well with Peter. He did not want to hear anything like that. Why, I don't blame him. But then Jesus told him, go behind me, Satan. Your thoughts are not divine, they are human. I am sure Peter at that time did not understand, like all the people around Jesus at that time. But about 6 days later, Jesus went to the mountain with Peter, John, and James. He went to the mountain to pray. When he was at the top of the mountain, he was transfigured. His clothes became so white, like we could not imagine. It was a light coming out of them. It was something that they had never seen before. And beside him, they saw Moses and they saw Elijah, the two prophets, two great prophets of the Old Testament. And Jesus was talking with them. It is hard to understand what are those two prophets doing with Jesus on the mountain. I can just think of Peter, John, and James being surprised and say, what's happening? Well, we remember that the New Testament and the Old Testament are linked by these three people. And that we know that the Old Testament is fulfilled in the New, is fulfilled in Jesus. Of course, Peter was scared and the other two were scared too. So when we're scared, we say different things. He said, oh, let's make a tent. It is so good to be here. Let's make a tent, one for Jesus, one for Elijah, and one for Moses. But then a big cloud covered everything, and then a voice came out. The voice of God the Father saying, this is my Son, my beloved, listen to him. Maybe Peter, about a week ago, did not listen to Jesus when Jesus told him that he was going to suffer and he will die and he will rise again. But God the Father reminded him, listen to him. And at that time, the cloud disappeared and Moses and Elijah were gone. I am sure they had so many questions. What did just happen? And I'm sure they were going to tell all their friends, you should have seen this. You missed something. Jesus told them, no, do not say a word about what you have seen and what you have heard until the Son of Man rises from the dead. Okay, again they say, Peter, John, I am sure they look at each other and say, hey, what is he talking again? And of course, later, when Jesus suffered, was crucified, died, and 3 days again came out of the dead, they remembered what Jesus said. Now their heart could understand that. What is it for us? We know that Jesus died, suffered, died and was risen from the dead. We know that. But my responsibility in this is big. So what we need to remember that we are saved. We are saved by the cross. And this cross that Jesus carried, each one of us, we carry a cross. Let us be people who carry the cross, our difficulty in life. We carry them with a smile. Let us be the people among people who bring joy, generosity. Let us be the people who carry the cross, share in the cross of Jesus, and help people around us. On this second week of Lent, let us remember that we all have a cross to carry. Let us accept our cross that is never too heavy for our abilities and ask Jesus to be with us, to carry our cross with us, like he carried the cross for all of us on the Good Friday more than 2,000 years ago. This is what I wish us on this second week of Lent. Let us learn to carry our cross, to love our cross, and do it with Jesus. Have a good week. God bless.